Well, what's up, guys? It's booktokqutiepie here, back again. Today is going to be a day of book reviews because today is a cold, wintry, snowy day here in North Georgia, which we don't normally get. And this particular video is going to be for 3 books, and that is because they are by the same author, C.G. Coppola. And it is the Coyote and the Claw series. And I want to take a time right now to thank the author C.G. Coppola and Happily Booked PR for being patient with me as I get these 3 books read and get these reviews out. The last book was an ARC review, which is A Battle of Champions. The other 2 were books that were given so that I could read them in order. Hold on one moment. So the first book is A Royal Pairing in Parish. The second book is A Return of Ghost. And the third book is A Battle of Champions. So let's get into it. The first book, A Royal Pairing in Parish, is where we're going to meet our FMC June, who is Quick Claw, who is our Catwoman-esque character, because this is very much a superhero, Batman, Catwoman-esque retelling-ish kind of book series. And June is an all-around bad bee, okay? And she is out for revenge for her childhood home invasion. That's what she's out for. And then you meet Nikolai, who is our MMC, aka a Black Coyote. And he is our Batman-esque character. And he is our vigilante. And when he finds June and comes upon June, he kind of says, hey, he kind of derails her from her revenge path and is like, let's work together. Let's, do this vigilante path. Let's go this way with it. And of course, as they work together, feelings develop, things happen. I just want to say that their romance is so real and relatable. These characters are clumsy, they're bumbling, they are awkward at times. It is so real and relatable to how real romance buds and builds. And the detail that C.G. Coppola puts into that is really well done. Really well done. So the series as a whole, I felt was very fast-paced. It fed my nostalgia. It had the charm. It had some heat. Even though these are superhero books, they are definitely not for children. There is open door spice in these books. And their romantic interludes in book 1 definitely bring out tons of tension. The tension. My one big criticism with the series as a whole, which is why these books are not going to be 5-star reads for me, is I do not like switching point of views mid-chapter. It messes with my brain. It's kind of like when you have those books where there's multiple partners and you have a spicy scene and you're like, okay, who's doing what with what where? That's how switching POVs in the middle of a chapter is for me. I'm like, who with the what now? Yeah, so I don't like that. And that kind of was a bit of a turnoff for the books. But all 3 of these books are going to be 4-star reads for me. And the spice is between a 2 and a 3 on the chili pepper scale. So in book 2, which is A Return of Ghost, this is where there's a huge uptick in the action. There's a huge uptick in the character development. There's some seriously shocking moments and a few sad ones. It really kicks up the heat in this book. So definitely, like I said, not for kids. The realistic aspects and the vulnerability of these characters that show throughout just elevate these books that much, just to the next degree. So this book went from like a 2 chili pepper to a 3 chili pepper. The spice was spicing. So book 3 was the ending we all wanted and we all needed. So let's have some applause for the real shining stars of book 3. I'm going to say the found family. The inner circle grew so much over these books, and Nikolai went from being by himself to having this whole inner circle, this whole found family, this whole unit around him, and to watch them grow was just beautiful. The attention to detail, especially related to the action scenes, it was just very beautifully done, very well accentuated throughout these books, but it really kicked up in book 3. Again, the relatability of these characters is just top notch. It was throughout the whole trilogy. That's what tied this whole thing together, because the superhero verse, in my opinion, relatable characters for me when I was growing up were like the Spider-Mans, the Batmans, the Catwomans, the Harley Quinns, the ones that weren't necessarily God tier like Thor with all these powers and everything like that, but the ones that were more humanesque, more relatable, had their own misgivings and issues. So again, all of these were 4-star reads, all of them between 2 and 3 chili peppers on the spice scale. Really loved these books, really enjoyed them, and like I said, they would have been 5-star reads for me if it had not been for that switch of the POV. That just really, it messed with me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you check these books out, and thank you again, CG Coppola and Happily Book PR, for being patient with me while I get these reviews out. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.